Hey guys. So I added the PR girl. I say girl like she's below me. She's not. She's awesome. It's Michelle Lamont. Texted her. I was like, tomorrow's the day of the Lord, whatever that means. Whatever that means. And I thought about my dad. The Ram of Judah. I figured I should get these thoughts out of the way first, because when that little post that I have on Reddit goes viral, people are going to be like, they're going to look at my dad's, any of his digital footprint. They're going to be like, this guy's insane. He's a fucking liar. I'm the thief, okay? Behold, I come as a thief. Gary, he's a liar. Now, when I say that, that doesn't mean everything out of his mouth is a lie. That means that he spent 35 years looking or trying to have the Ark of the Covenant excavated from 4.2 feet beneath the heel stone at Stonehenge. And because he's a scientist, and I'm not knocking him at all, he's a genius level. But because he's a scientist, he doesn't have a sort of like the marketing knack, and because of that, if he spent 35 years trying to have, the Ark excavated by, the authorities of a, global landmark, you're gonna go a little loopy, and God bless him, that's what he's done. He's the Ram of Judah. But it doesn't say in the book of Revelation that their names are faithful and true. It says his name is faithful and true. I'm faithful and true. So what I tell you is the truth. What he's said online, he's been reaching for anything, for however many years since he's been posting things online. My point is, he has alter egos, multiple email addresses. He's posted everything, claiming that the Ark of the Covenant is under the heelstone, which it is. However, the method at which he's tried to have this excavated, the heel-stone seized, is very questionable. So when folks realize that, this guy's, he's a nut job. He's not crazy. He's a scientist who doesn't have the knack for articulating his his views in a way that can be digested by normal people, and that's been planned, by the way, from Hashem. But what I'm saying is, don't knock the fact that the Ark is under the heelstone at Stonehenge just because the guy who's been advocating this since the 80s and online since whatever, the mid-2000s, has come up with the most ridiculous names, the most ridiculous storylines, claim that his mom, which is my grandmother, God bless her, she had writings where, she was very dialed into God, and she definitely believed in God, she's, in the direct line of David. But she's no longer with us. But this one's for you, Mammy. He's claimed, things that she may have said, but she never actually said or wrote, right? His function here is limited to identifying the location of the Ark of the Covenant, the scriptural reasoning or logic behind his theory, which is actually true, and anything else he's done to try to substantiate that based off his mother's writings, based off anything that me and my brother have said, which, he basically assigned our names to having conversations with he had conversations with himself by posting things like on behalf of me and my brother, 10 years ago or 8 years ago. None of that stuff is legit. None of it holds water. He's going to admit to all of it online, okay? He'll be on camera just like I am. But for now, I need you to understand that there's one person who's faithful and true, and that's me. That's why I'm the anointed one, okay? If he were faithful and true, and I'm not knocking him, I'm just letting you know his people, that you're going to see a lot of stuff that that is just, it's flawed. And it was just him trying to generate interest in order to have this geological excavation. Okay. All right. So you're not going to knock him, but disregard anything he's ever said. Okay. Any predictions he's ever made, any assignments of like, well, this person said this or that, or he wrote a contract to own the ark, profit off of it. There's so many, I hate to use the term, but lies associated with with, God bless him, he was trying to grab at anything he could for 35 years to try to get this ark out. You would too. But that doesn't fly, all right, with Hashem. Hashem knows that he's got the location of the Ark of the Covenant, identified. In terms of, getting this done, he's going to have to admit to a laundry list of shit that he claimed. And the only things that you need to worry about or think about are the location of the ark, which he is true on, okay, and his scriptural reasoning, i.e., I believe it's Psalm 118:22. There's a cornerstone that was rejected, right? That's his reasoning to say that the heel stone at Stonehenge, the rejected stone, that's the one that houses or protects the ark. Okay? Everything else is total bullshit. It was him. He didn't realize that God was monitoring everything that he was thinking, typing and posting online, filing, etc. Okay? And it's not his fault. He was a scientist trying to cling to whatever he could to get this thing done. But now that the lion's here, I'm here to clean up all that mess. Let you guys know that yes, he's right about the location. Yes, he's right about the reasoning from a scriptural standpoint. And everything else was him clinging to make it happen. Okay? And all he had to realize was, well, his son is the man-child who died, or the child who died and got caught up to God as a baby. And that he had to just sit tight until he realized he was the lion, and then came and cleared up the whole matter. But I just want to let you guys know that, just because there'll probably be some flack. Today is January 18th. Tomorrow's the day of the Lord. And we'll go from there. I'm trying to think of anything else I need to clear up beforehand, too. There is a sort of a play-by-play in Revelation chapter 13 that, I've done on camera in the greater New York metro area or whatever, where I take you through why it's Donald Trump and Jared Kushner. That's online, but it's under like a private link with a production company or whatever. But that's there. Just know that every single phrase matches to Donald Trump as Beast 1 and then Jared Kushner as Beast 2. Let's see what else. That's pretty much it. But I want to clear those things up. Understand that yes, we know where the ark is. I'm going to make him admit, or I'm going to, have him admit to all of his any of his sins, i.e., bearing false witness. And then we'll get that all done. So don't knock him, though. He was doing what he knew was, or what he thought was best, when in fact that was like the one impediment to his actual excavation of the ark. But we're going to get it done. No big deal. He doesn't know I'm making this video. He doesn't even know that I'm thinking these things. He's emailed me several times. He's like, look at what Mammy wrote in her writings, or my grandmother, his mom, wrote in her writings. It's all bullshit. Okay? However, his scriptural reasoning and the location of the Ark of the Covenant is sound. All right? And everything else just, it is what it is. It's not an easy process, excavating or generating interest to excavate the Ark of the Covenant. All right? So let's just give him a pass on that. And we'll stay tuned for more and for information. I love you, Dad. All right, I'm not trying to fucking knock you. You're gonna admit to it, you'll feel a lot better, and then the ram and the lion will go on camera, and we'll get this job done. It's just we gotta clean up a little mess first. It's not a mess, but just clean up some items, housekeeping.